Hey guys, John here. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to This World, My Take, where the headlines actually meets real talk. It's always an honor to have you stop by and check out what we have to say. And do think about being part of the family. Join the channel. Yes, it is a brand new channel, but we are dropping vlogs every day. So hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and then turn on your notifications so that whenever we drop something new, you'll be the first to get notified. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste a whole lot of time. Let's get right into it. So everybody who's been watching the news coming out of New York, you would know that there is actually a 33-year-old new fresh blood going by the name Zohran Mamdani, who actually changed, he shook the status quo, being former governor, Cuomo, to become the Democratic nominee. Now, ever since this guy came into the spotlight, and I must say this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very articulate, intelligent, smart guy who moved to this country when he was 7 years old. And a couple of years ago, he's got the citizenship. And this man has proven through intelligence, through scholastic and academic prowess, that he is actually the right person for the job. Oh man, MAGA Nation and the Trump Nation, they have been losing their minds. If you've been watching, man, because I've been watching this thing really closely, because I'm really trying to see what is it that these folks don't like about this gentleman, Mr. Zohran Mamdani. And it just goes to show that in America, once you are not part of them, once you are an immigrant in this country who is not of that line, yes, you know, the blue-eyed, the Caucasian, the European descent, like you come from Europe, man, they look at you as subhuman. But ladies and gentlemen, there's something that this man is definitely giving them a run for their money, because Mr. Mamdani is not actually backing down. He is beating them toe to toe. Like, he is going toe to toe with these folks. And there is a video that he actually responded to President Trump for all the funny things that he's been saying. Remember, President Trump called him a communist. President Trump said that he is supporting terrorists and so on and so forth just because he's a Muslim. And I'm not going to talk so much. I want you to watch this and then I will give you my own take. Watch what he said in response to President Trump's battery of this man online. Watch this.
Yesterday, Donald Trump said that I should be arrested. He said that I should be deported. He said that I should be denaturalized. And he said those things about me, someone who stands to be the first immigrant mayor of this city in generations, someone who would also be the first Muslim and the first South Asian mayor in this city's history. Less so because of who I am, because of where I come from, because of how I look or how I speak, and more so because he wants to distract from what I fight for. I fight for working people. I fight for the very people that have been priced out of this city, and I fight for the same people that he said he was fighting for. This is the same president who ran on a campaign of cheaper groceries, who ran on a campaign about easing a suffocating cost of living crisis. And ultimately, it is easier for him to fan the flames of division than to acknowledge the ways in which he has betrayed those working class Americans, not just in this city, but across this country, and the ways in which he continues to betray them. Because we know that he would rather speak about me than speak about the legislation that he is shepherding through Washington, D.C. Legislation that will quite literally take health care away from Americans. Legislation that will steal food from the hungry. Legislation that looks to build upon one of the largest transfers of wealth we've seen in recent history in his first administration and do it once again for the very Americans who already have enough. We should be fighting for those that do not have what they need to live a dignified life. That is what I will do, and I am thankful to have the protection and to have the support of so many New Yorkers who have stood up and said how unacceptable this is, including our governor, including members of the labor movement. And ultimately, what I fear for is that if this is what Donald Trump and his administration feel comfortable about saying about the Democratic nominee for the mayor of New York City, imagine what they feel comfortable saying and doing about immigrants whose names they don't even know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a fine gentleman that is, man. He is, like, look, the way he speaks, you can tell that he is He is super smart and super intelligent. And from what he just said, it is clear and it is obvious that to the Trump team and to MAGA Nation, when you know exactly what you're doing and when you speak the truth, you are like an enemy to them. Isn't it true that when President Trump was running for his second term to occupy the White House, he made some of these promises? Groceries bills will go down from day one. I'm going to lower this. I'm going to bring down this. I'm going to help the middle class, and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, fast forward. Do you see what the prices are? And this man nailed that on the head. And isn't it true that when President Trump, in his whole life, when he meets somebody that is super intelligent, somebody that has the backing of intelligence to prove that he stands for principles and integrity. Isn't it true that this man has always had problems with such people? And Mr. Mamdani is not just the first case. And if the people voted for this man, if the people are still standing with this man, when I said the people, I'm talking about New Yorkers. If they are standing for this man, it's because they are tired of the corruption. They are tired of the old mess that existed in that beautiful state. I've lived in New York before. It's a very beautiful state and hard-working people. And I would say this, for Mr. Mamdani to come back and come out and just clap back at the president, it shows that this man has balls. You do not threaten somebody that you are going to denaturalize them. Somebody that is not a criminal, somebody that is super intelligent, somebody that has proven that he is a fine gentleman, let me put it that way. But because he stands on the way of some of these kleptomaniacs, these corrupt politicians down in Washington, D.C., they don't want to see him become the mayor. And I'm going to predict this, ladies and gentlemen. If this man becomes the mayor of New York, of course, we are going to see a whole lot of changes. Some of these changes that these old politicians have not been able to make happen. Man, I'm going to end this vlog by asking you, what do you think? Do you think that this man deserves to be the mayor of New York? Do you think that New York is ready for an immigrant who has proven, who has paid his dues, and who knows exactly what New Yorkers want, can actually lead them with all of this mess that is going on in America today? Man, hit that subscribe button. And I will say this, the world is complicated, so we're going to keep talking about it. Stay blessed.